100%. All right, let's bring Hunter in. Hunter, what's up, my man?
Hey, what's going on?
Good, man. Sorry we're running a little bit late. I know you've been sitting there in the wing. Hopefully you've been entertained.
No,
But
yeah, this is awesome.
awesome, my man. With the beautiful mustache like that, I got to get some with you. I need you to turn your camera sideways, all right?
Yeah, I could do that for you.
If we can, fill that screen. Perfect. There we go. We get a little more light in your face. We're getting somewhere. How's things, man? Watching that back, what do you think seeing yourself up there on the big screen?
Oh my gosh, it's so surreal. It's like playing a video game. Seriously. It's hilarious.
It's a video game in real life. May seem like an adult fantasy, I guess, for some people being in a house with that many guys.
100%.
Talk to me, my man. Give me some dirt. These guys just kind of they just brush it off. Everyone's nice, but I want some dirt. What happened in the house, my man?
It's unfortunate you're coming to the wrong guy for that because I genuinely got along so well with everyone there. So it's interesting seeing everyone's backstories, who's not getting along with who. You see some real sides of people, that's for sure. Definitely in the later episodes. But I genuinely had no hate. No, it was all love. It's all business. Mm-hmm. Everyone was there for the same reason.
Yeah.
Having fun with it.
So it looks like there's a common theme going on here. The stash remains. Is this going to be the branding you're going to be going off of?
I mean, shoot, if anyone wants to try and take you, you know where to find me.
Yeah. Ding remembers what the line was. I forget what it was, but you slapped the stash off of, what is it, Ding? He doesn't want to say it now. He's embarrassed. You slapped the stash off the One Nut Wonder or something like that. What was it? He said it himself. Come on, man.
No, I was just asking him how it felt to because he said Daniel in the show, made the comment about the One Nut Wonder. That was a title he gave himself.
No, he's a class act. He's a champ. I was one of the best people to get to go against. Seriously, I was so stoked. Obviously, we're here for the same reason, but definitely, if I was able to go against anyone, I was glad it was him.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you could, from a production standpoint, you could pick a lot of, details about somebody. The fact that they only have one testicle is probably not the one that I would choose.
No.
Obviously there's a backstory though. It's not like we make light of it and it's a little bit of a comedic thing, but the guy had cancer. He had testicular cancer that he needed to have operated so that he could get rid of that. So it's just one of those things, the way he called himself the one nut wonder. I think that's also him making light of a situation that was probably very scary. So to that point, I'll redeem myself here. I wasn't by any means, trying to knock the guy, even though my partner over here is trying to get me in trouble. But anyway, moving on. Talk to us about the stash thing. Sure, you guys made a deal, a bet. Yeah. We really haven't seen that. How did it all come about? You guys were like, "Oh, we're gonna fight each other. You have a mustache, I have a Talk to us about what happened."
Yeah, so prior to Devin pulling his pants down, that whole scenario, we're all just chilling there, and we're all just asking genuine questions to get to know each other a little bit more. We're asking who's fighting who, and my mustache just came along in conversation. Was like, you should put your mustache on the line. I believe it was Jinx who said it. And then me and Daniel just looked at each other and we're like, oh shit, that'd be great. So him and I, shook on it and we added that into our match.
Yeah, I mean it's an interesting wager. We've never seen anything like it before. But was part of it, I was actually surprised once, all was said and done. Number one, Turpin kind of comes in and becomes like the moral compass, if you will. You gotta see, you gotta. Yeah, there you go. Perfect way to put it. And then he makes sure that happens. But then you actually are the person who takes his mustache away from him. Two questions about it. Number one, was that part of the original plan? And then number two, somebody in chat asked it also. Was that a Manscaped?
No, that wasn't any of our blades or anything like that. That was his personal razor. Obviously we're not going to use one of mine or anything like that, but that was a part of the original deal. Is the loser got their mustache shaved off, and no, that was his own personal razor.
Got it. And then we see obviously in some of the promos you are slapping a tree.
Yeah.
Not something that we see every day. We see people slap, unusual objects, but definitely not a tree.
For sure.
What were you training? What was your hope? Okay. And in hindsight, would you do it again?
So signing up for Power Slap, I'll let you know this. It was about 11 days from my sign up date. 11 days later, I was in Vegas for Power Slap. So, doing all your filming and everything like that, I'm like, I got to add something, at least a little bit of something. I look in my backyard. I'm like, perfect. I got, I'll slap a tree. I mean, that'll be something. Freaking hurt, but it definitely, helped in some way or form.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely weren't slapping it with all your force. So I'm glad that
thought in my face. I definitely
that was some whack technique for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's a lot I gotta get on.
Awesome.
Final one from me, and I want you to be just straight up honest. How much? Let me ask you this: how much Power Slap have you watched yourself, as far as the show, before the show, other events?
I would say I started really giving it like full attention probably around when Manny and KO Chris season. So season 2, that was when I started like watching. I was like, oh, this is freaking cool. This is just like the Ultimate Fighter. Obviously it showed up on my Instagram feed all the time. Like that's, how I got into it basically. And I just, followed it for a bit. And once I started to like get more interest and see more of it show up on my feed, that's when I really started to give it a watch and look at who I'd be going against, what my weight class would be, etc.
And so you've watched some of the numbered cards?
I'm sorry?
Have you watched some of the numbered cards?
Yeah, so I would say I have definite memory from 6 and up. Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you this. So you've seen enough fighters recover. Do you think watching your episode back for both you and Daniel, do you think Jason Herzog maybe gave you guys a little bit more rope when it comes to recovery than normally? Because I'll be honest with you, my personal opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Watching it, I was like, I think he gave these guys a lot more liberty than I've ever seen.
I agree to a standpoint. Definitely, when I got hit, I wasn't clenching down. You could see I just raw dog. I took everything basically. Definitely being up there with the adrenaline rushing. It definitely was something I forgot all about. Was like all the training that we put into it went right out the door. So when I got knocked down and I got hit for that flash second, it was a whoa. But then I felt fine in my own opinion. I definitely in my own mind felt like I recovered fine. But when you look back, obviously, it's a destructive beat. But you'll definitely see in later episodes what happens, with stuff along those lines and what happens if you are stumbling crazy like that.
I think we just had a breakthrough here, to be honest with you. We just coined a new term. So if you get hit without clinching down, it is now forever called raw dogging.
Yes, you know what? I caught that. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I was thinking he raw dogged with the one nut wonder, and I was like, you know what?
You will live on in infamy that now that act is now been coined by you, my man. Here on Slap News First.
Here first.
Let's get into it, my man. Let's break it down.
Sure. Let's see it.
All right. So you got quite a substantial slap score advantage in this one.
I will say I don't see it.
Oh, you don't see it?
No, sir.
Are you on Android or are you on iPhone?
iPhone.
Okay, so you tried it. You tried it. You tried to get an Android user. It didn't work.
Yeah, I don't know how to correct this one, my man. But
yeah.
So we see you
Hold
take
on,
this.
Corey, just give me 2 seconds. I'll pivot. Just
okay,
you can take this down. Take this down. You're good.
I got you. Yeah. So we see you go up there. Talk through what's going through your mind, because from a lot of the guys we heard that you didn't know who won the coin toss until you actually got up there on stage. So talk to me through what that methodology is like and kind of where your psyche's at.
For sure. My psyche was at going up there is just like how to get that adrenaline rush that I'm looking for to really like get in the zone per se. I wasn't worried about genuinely getting hit or getting hurt or anything in that standpoint. Obviously, yeah, it's a clean shot to the face, but that's what I was really focused on. You can see it in my face, just like I'm just focused on breathing at that point, just trying to lock in, get up there. I barely noticed the cameras. The only thing I noticed was Daniel getting up there. Mm-hmm. So getting up there, trying to lock in and figuring out that I hit first, that's definitely a relieving factor, but it definitely wasn't something that I was thinking about really too much.
Awesome, man. Talk to me about Robert Trujillo and how he prepared you for this match.
Yeah, one freaking an amazing coach. He's definitely exactly who I was looking for in a coach. I don't need to be, as much as Turpin hyped up a lot of people, love or hate him. That's just not for me. I'm not one of those. That it doesn't work for me. I like to really learn, and he gave me a lot of breakdowns, what I could do to be better, what I need to work on, etc. Just in a manner that was just simple and easy to understand. He was great all around. He's a great person, and just was very patient too.
Awesome, man. Yeah, we know, obviously every coach is different for different people, depending on what they need in that particular time. So it's great to see, but overall, the entire experience, Dana, Erica, Frank, like, talk to me about how well they treated you, before, during, after the show.
In all seriousness, this is no joke. I have no reason to BS or anything. I felt like at home. Seriously, they were nothing but kind and helpful. Any type of questions or anything, this was obviously, it's brand new to everyone, but like for my standing, this is just a surreal experience, way out of any comfort zone. I don't go out much. This is, now I'm in Las Vegas shooting, power slap. That's insane. So they made it such a comfortable process. They made everything very self-explanatory. And, I couldn't have asked anything more. And hopefully, I get to work with them again and get to show off and maybe put this back on the line.
Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. Let's give this a whirl.
Oh, yeah. I can see it in my face. I'm just trying to breathe.
Yeah. So you won't be able to hear any audio for copyright reasons. But talk us through this.
Yeah. So wait until I show up. Yeah, so I'll be honest with you. I didn't even know that Dana and Hunter were there. No clue. I know they said they'd be in the show, but some people said they weren't, etc. So right here, I thought that was a nice, clean hit. Seeing him recover like that, I was like, okay, he's got it. And watching back, definitely, location's everything as well. So seeing where I slap and like the slightest bit of your palm being up can help a ton. Being back a bit, it's just really crazy how technical slapping can be. So, right here, I'm just like once again, just trying to focus on breathing. I'm barely clenching. And like I said, I raw dogged it, and you could see it. I'm fucking tripping over my shoes. I wore terrible shoes for this. I stumbled over myself, but I felt myself recover. I felt ready to take another hit. Truthfully, it woke me up. I am stumbling a bit, but teach their own. I definitely understand people's perspectives, and shit. I felt good.
I just the sloppy feet is kind of what got me, like,
for sure.
Where you're kind of dragging your feet. I've seen fights get stopped for less, so I was just I thought he 100%. Gave you guys a lot of liberty, and you'll see even in this one, the doctor ends up getting involved, but in this one he kind of gives Dan the same, which I thought that at least it was consistent between you both.
Yeah.
But you'll see, like, he's about to fall off the stage. I mean, he's not okay.
Looking back, like we've both talked about it too. Like, I'm trying to remember back about like this whole fight, like before we seen it aired. No clue. I was like, I have no clue on what went down. I can't wait to see what actually happened. I thought I went down to my knee. Like I didn't realize I tripped over myself, and here we are. But no, great opponent. He gave me the work, and he's definitely someone I would say look out for. Definitely hope to see him up there again. He's definitely someone I'd like to go against again, honestly.
Yeah, and I mean, just looking at overall, I mean, I personally think your first strike and your second strike looked almost identical. What do you think the difference was that the second strike gets him out of there?
Truthfully, I think either it could be anything. Truthfully, it could be the wear and tear of the first hit. It could be, that precise little location, like you said, the crazy Hawaiian said the button's right here. Some people say the button's right here. I mean, if you could take the hit, you could take the hit. I mean, it's truthfully what I think it just comes down to.
Awesome, man. What's your family heritage background?
Yeah, so I'm a mutt. My mom is Swedish and Hungarian, and my dad is Egyptian.
Okay, gotcha. Talk to us about your tats, because I mean, I don't know. It's kind of an odd combo.
Oh, dude, I'm all over the place with tattoos. Like, truthfully, like a lot of people ask me, what's the meaning behind it? You know, what's it? None, man. Like, I got a couple of meaning, but like they're so hidden. I just like getting tattooed. It's a fun process for me. It's therapeutic. I do it when I can, you know. I just like it. It's a fun time.
Awesome, man. Appreciate you joining us, breaking it down,
Yeah.
and look forward to seeing you move on to round 2.
Thank you, guys. Always a pleasure. Have a great one now.
Take care, Hunter.